Hello guys. Is it?
Pause. I need to put pillow.
No, you can't. It's live now. Yeah. Hello guys. Let's see. We are live from Morovia. Live from Morovia. So let's see. It's so quiet in there, isn't it? Yeah. So Yakubu, could you please check the live? Go live. We got somebody watching. We got Innocent. Nobody knew that we are coming live today, so yes. So people will join. So hello guys.
Hi.
So we have Herbert, we have Bash, and Innocent. Hello everyone. So guys, we are here in Morovia. Morovia, the capital city of Liberia. Very, very quiet place, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So I hope you guys saw the launching of Agric Power Africa a few days ago. We just want to tell you a bit about how things have been going here since we came. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to Ife. Ife, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys. I think you should know me by now. My name is Ifoma Fernandez. Hey.
So guys, we just want to talk with you today on the launching of Agric Power Liberia. I've not been talking online lately because I've been extremely busy traveling, talking, making arrangements with the government, with various people, and you guys have been able to see the result of all these activities. So that is great. I just want you guys to, there are some people who asked me several questions, and I want to take this opportunity to answer it, and hopefully if we can share some light on it or so. One of the major questions people ask me is that, why Liberia? Why you go to Liberia? Why didn't you run away from your country, you go to Liberia, So I want to use this opportunity to give an answer to that question. The thing is that when I first of all thought of the idea of helping Africa grow, developing Africa, the first thing we thought about was to go back home to Nigeria, to my country where I was born. So I packed my things, I want to help people, and I brought out proposals to the government to work together to empower the people. That is why Agric Power. The Agric Power idea was first of all formed in Nigeria. In fact, I have a foundation called the Agric Power Foundation in Nigeria. So when we formed it, or were working on it, went to the governor of Edo State to try to get him excited about the project. The governor would not see me, was not interested. Then people said also, why didn't you go to other states? So the thing is that, yes, we went to other states. We ended up with the same result. No state was interested. We went to Delta State. We went to Sokoto State. We went to even Enugu State. We tried to get contact. And people were not interested in that. The governors were not interested. Politicians were not interested. So what can you do? We needed to have a big size of land to be able to do it, and that land we cannot get on our own. Secondly, we needed to have security. There has to be some form of security. The government cannot provide us the security. So even despite that, we tried to start. We had projects we were running, and at the end, even the government, especially in Edo States, with the talks of the Edo State government, were working against us consistently. Got political talks, police, we ran into different problems with the Fulani herdsmen, destroying our farms, destroying everything we had here. So the story is all over the place in Edo State. So at a certain moment, a decision has to be reached. Or you simply leave, or I leave and go out back to my comfort zone in the Western world, live a comfortable life, don't bother about Africa anymore, Or think, okay, look, where else can we go so that we can carry out the dream? We can, because there are poor people in every part of Africa. There are people who need help. The food insecurity in most parts of Africa is the same. So we have to do something. Africa must rise. And we are the only ones that can do it. We Africans. We just cannot be sitting down there and watch, the Western world come in to give us tokens. And our leaders go to China and go to everywhere to beg for small amount of money. We can't get out of poverty like that. And it is becoming very embarrassing. Because a typical African, no matter who you are poor. And that's what you need to understand. A typical African is poor. Even those who pretend to have money, even those who have physical cash, millions of dollars, they are still very poor people. They cannot live in a secured environment. If you go to Europe and America and China, rich people, you can walk directly to the home of rich people and ring the bell. And they will come to the front door and open the door because they're not afraid of anybody. That the crook is going to come and shoot them, or somebody's going to come and kill them. They're not afraid of everybody. A typical rich person will have a cabriolet and drive, a Ferrari or whatever, and drive around the city and have fun, or go into the expressway. If you're in Germany, you can go to the Autobahn and drive as fast as you can without speed limit and without bumps on the road. In Africa, the rich men, even no matter how rich they are, they cannot do it. I mean, it is disgusting when people are sick. I cannot imagine being sick and I have to fly for another 6-7 hours to get medical care. That is poverty. If you are sick in Europe or America, you call the doctor. The doctor comes right to your house, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you have
call an ambulance.
Yes, you call an ambulance. They come and take you to the hospital. But here in Africa, they say the man is a rich man. The man a big man. If he's sick, then we have to go and look for a plane, charter a plane, we go and roll him inside, tie him to the chair, fly him 6,000 kilometers further for treatment. I mean, this is so embarrassing.
That is poverty.
It is a poverty, serious form of poverty, okay? So we wanted to change the status quo.
Yeah.
Africa must rise, I was chatting with Dion Osaije this afternoon, and he wrote one of the last statements he wrote was, Africa must rise. And that's what I really want people who are watching this show this evening to understand, that this is not for self. What we are doing is creating an awareness that, look, Africa must rise. If you are getting resistance in your own country, you cannot get things done, and you really want to get things done, go to the next one. Get it done there, and with time, those in your country will start realizing that, look, maybe we have to start cooperating and get things done. Yeah. So that's what Pan-Africanism is. Africa must rise. So we've come to Liberia. The Liberian government has been very gracious, so I would like if you to talk about that a bit more, because I've done a lot of vibration on this subject. So how will you rate the way the government of Liberia, the people of Liberia, have welcomed us to this country?
Yes, it's been an amazing experience coming to Liberia. It's my first time of going to any other African country except Nigeria. So I am so overwhelmed with the calmness and the assurance that you can even drive in the night, you can go anywhere, you can do what you want with support from the government. You guys watched, I hope that you've seen our video for the launching. You saw all the support from the vice president to the senators, honorable members, ministers, from all sectors, coming around to support what we're doing. And I think that wherever you are as a black man, even in America, black Americans, wherever you are, you're an African. So that's why you're called African American. We must come together. We have to rise. Africa must rise. And united we stand. Because if Dr. Aroms Aigbehi was not run out of Nigeria, Edo State by now will be a food basket or part of food basket of Nigeria. So if you're asking the question, why Liberia, the reason is what he had just explained. And most importantly, we have decided to put Africa together. So it's Pan-Africanism. And in Liberia here, they have opened a big wide doors for all of us to come in. So wherever you are, you can be part of this project. It's an investment opportunity. If you can come, you can invest. And don't stop thinking Nigeria, just Nigeria. Think Africa. Think togetherness. Think that we can actually, come out of this poverty mindset. Think we can come out of the hatred we share amongst ourselves. Think that if we unite, can you imagine what will happen when Africa come together? Have you ever imagined it? I said that when we went to China as well. Our population is 1.2 billion people. China is 1.3. And because they have united and they have taken action, we can equally do that. It's not rocket science. And we can actually do it from agriculture, at least to begin to feed us. The hunger in Liberia is unimaginable. But they are willing and they are happy to see a change, and that is where it starts. That is where it starts, from the mind. If you say, yes, we can do this together, we can begin to help ourselves. Liberians are doing it already. So you prepare yourself. Should I say end country?
Yes, a God country.
It's an end country from him. But I'm a proud Nigerian. I know that things are wrong in, a lot of things go wrong in Nigeria. I know that, but I love my country and I love Africa as a whole. So my point right now is that it is not about Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia. It's about all of us coming together to raise us. The United Nations will not do it for us. The Americans, the Europeans, or whatever, Chinese is they are taking over. Is it Zambia airport or
Zambia? I think Zambia airport.
Airport. Why? Because of all the loans they've collected, and they cannot pay it back. They cannot meet up their payment terms. And right now, they are taking over the airport. So if you go to borrow money without plans of paying it back, that is what happens. And it's such a very big, shameful things to be happening in a country that is so blessed with all the natural resources in this world. In this world, we are sitting on top gold and diamonds and oil and all the natural resources. And what are we doing? We are dancing. Africa is dancing and hating each other, creating wars. Dr. Aroms came to Nigeria 5-6 years ago to do the same thing we're doing in Liberia today. And what happened? He was ran out of town, put in detention, shot at. Fulani headsmen came, cleared his farm. No consequences. No consequences. So, guys, let's unite. Liberians have accepted us. Liberians are happy. We have not stopped having meetings since we arrived here. From the youths, ministers, to all, from the old people, from the young people, everybody is keen for a change in Liberia. So I'm just saying, guys, please, wherever you are, you can be part of this project. Stop thinking Nigeria, Ghana, one country. Think Africa. Let's think Africa and let's change the narratives. That's what I said.
Thank you very much for that great speech. Just now I want to take you to the area of, okay, what can you do? A lot of people don't understand, and I want to make you understand today that Africa is a gold mine. When I say gold mine, it's both literally and figuratively. Literally, a country like Liberia is sitting on gold. There's gold everywhere, there's diamond everywhere, there's silver everywhere. They just have a lot of money, but they get out of the ground. So the Chinese come, dig it out of the ground, and the Chinese carry the money and go.
And give them change.
And give them change. And that's the same thing all over Africa. Okay, and then in turn, we then go to the Chinese and borrow some money to eat. And then guess where we get the food from? We buy the food from the Chinese. If you go to the supermarkets here in Monrovia, almost everything, 99% of all items in the supermarket for foodstuff is imported. Yeah. Even the corn. We saw corn even today. Okra. Even the okra is imported from Morocco. So there's a great opportunity here. In fact, there are millions of dollars to be earned in this country. Yeah. Okay, a lot of our people are crossing the sea to go and die in the water, go to Europe to suffer, go to every part of the world to suffer, and whereas in the same part of Africa, it is a gold mine. Yeah. And so I just, as we go on, our job would be to be educating you on the business opportunities in Africa. What can you do? What can we all do? You know, and if you cannot do that in your own country, move to the next one and do it. Become successful, become an entrepreneur. Harvest what is accessible in your local country for internal use, for export and everything. And then you will see that with time, we will all start to create a better Africa. Yeah. Okay? So, and what I want to let everybody know this evening is this. Agric Power was set up to enhance the resources of all Africans. Okay? Because I always say, look, Africans are sending over $50 billion home from the diaspora every year. And this $50 billion, you don't see it back. You say, okay, where did they use it? Where is it? You don't see this $50 billion back. You see, that is a boatload of money. Why? Because that money, most part of that money is used for partying, is used for eating, drinking, and merriments. Yeah. And so the money is gone and used to buy luxurious things, expensive cars that break down after three years because of bad roads. That is just how Africans are spending their life away. I mean, wasting their life away. So the message, my core message this evening is that please stop wasting your life away. When I make such a video, people will say to me, hey, yeah, you know, thank God I'm not doing that. Thank God I'm not doing that. But the fact remains that, you know, almost every African live like that. Yeah. Almost every African wastes his life away, wastes his time away. Even those who are saying, thank God I don't do that, they are doing it also. So we got to be honest with ourselves and realize that, look, man, we're wasting time, we're wasting money, we're wasting energy. And God is not happy about that. Because imagine if you are a father and you have a child that you cannot put straight. This child is like a nuisance. You cannot get a child to go to school. You know, even when a child finally finishes school, you cannot get a child to get a decent job. The child cannot get a home. The child is 50 years old, cannot feed himself. You know, cannot get married. You know, no parents is happy about such a child. So the funny thing is that Africans expect God to be happy with them when they are like that child who at 50 cannot feed himself or herself. God cannot be happy about that because, you know, He gave everybody equal opportunities. In fact, that's not true. He gave the black people more opportunity than the white people. What resources do the white people have now? They have very bad weather. Okay, they only have 3 months of the year, 4 months of the year that they can produce, and in that 4 months they got to get everything done. So what did they decide to do? You know what? We're going to create greenhouses, and we're going to put heater inside, so we can produce all year. The black man doesn't need a greenhouse. He doesn't need to heat a greenhouse up because we can grow food 24/7. You know, 12 months of the year. Okay, but we still have to go and buy food from these same white people that God put in disadvantage in the first place. Yeah. So how would that God think? So when people want to go to church and just singing hallelujah, God bless, you know, and curse the devil, please realize that, look, we were given better opportunity than the white people, and we have not used that opportunity. So with Agric Power, what we want to do is we want to create wealth for people that are involved with Agric Power. That is because there are great opportunities are involved. Like somebody called me today and the person wanted to be in import and export. And I said, can I export things to Liberia? Of course you can export things to Liberia. You can export agrochemicals to Liberia, but it has to be structured. It has to be done in a structural way. Like you have to get a license for it. You have to talk with Agric Power, to partner with Agric Power to say, okay, look, I can export so-and-so product to Liberia. We can give you the party where you can go and buy it. And when you bring it to Liberia, you can send it to Agric Power. Agric Power will market it, commercialize it, and send the return back to you. Those are business opportunities that can be done, because what we want to do with Agric Power is to create a trusted environment where people can do business. Because one of the problems why Africans are suffering is because they cannot trust each other. Yeah. If you come to Liberia, all the big businesses are run by Lebanese. Yeah. All the shops are run by Lebanese. If you walk into a grocery shop in Liberia, it's nice and clean like a European shop. They are run by Lebanese. But when I use the word run by Lebanese, but they are Africans who are doing the manual job.
Sure. They own it.
Yes.
They own the business.
The Lebanese own the business, while the Africans are doing the manual job.
In their own
country. But these Africans, they are hired to arrange the shelves, to do this, to do that, to do that, to do that, and then they do it. They do it. But when it is time for them to do it for themselves, that is when they are not interested. And that is when they throw everything together, say, put that gakoko put them for top there. The other one, put and throw them for that corner. Because we don't have value for ourselves. We don't value our own self. It is just a problem of massive incompetence and lack of value for oneself. So that's why somebody said to me, why do you think that black people, you say, oh, black people have built America. Black people have built Europe. I say, yes, it's true. Because they were forced to do that. Yeah. The Europeans gave them, ultimatum. You do it or I shoot you. And then they did it. But once you ask the black man to go and do it by himself, then suddenly he doesn't want to do it. So we have to leave that level of lack of self-confidence, lack of showing respect for yourself as a human being. Because what is going on now is that we just don't have respect for ourselves. If you don't respect yourself, nobody's going to do it. So we want to create a trusted environment within Africa where you can do business. That's why the Jewish people are very successful. Jewish people trust each other. So a part of that is if you are, that we create an investment opportunity. You can invest with us. We have an investment program going on. That you can invest your money with us against, I think, about 20% to 25% return on investment yearly. And that's huge. That's huge. A lot of people don't understand that if they put money into such an investment, in a matter of few years, they can earn, hundreds of big money, serious amount of money. But people prefer to go and waste that money back at home every year, run bad parties, do burial ceremony, buy cars, buy expensive clothes. You're just wasting all this away. And my question is always, look, when you go home, look at the people today who are old and wretched. Once upon a time, they were as strong as you are. And they were also jumping around all over the place, spending their hard-earned money, partying, doing a lot of things. And now they are old and they are beggars. They cannot walk anymore. Some of them are not even old, they're in their 60s and they're out. Yeah. It reminds me of the song from Shaggy. I think one of the refrains is that, when you get old, who is going to watch your back? It's a beautiful song. So, guys, you need to understand, when you get old, who is going to watch your back? So you got to watch your back right now. And that means that you got to learn how to invest your money. We have created Agric Power with the opportunity for you to invest. I know Nigerians, and other type Africans, they are always afraid of investment. One, not that they really think that somebody's going to rip them off. That happens a lot, but people are just afraid of investment because they want to eat the money right now. People think, this is my own, now let me eat it. But, people don't understand that you got to put some money away. You got to invest it. So, in the next few months, few years, you're going to be hearing me talk with my panel in a conversation about investment. I'm going to be your investment guru. I'm going to be teaching you how to make an investment. I'm going to be encouraging you to invest in our program in Agric Power. We'll put a link under this video, so I'll probably, Yakubu can put a link to our investment page, the agricpower.com/invest. If you're interested in investment, you can fill in the form, and then we will get back to you, because you have to be engaged. You got to be engaged in this process of Agric Power. It is going to be big. It's already big. We are working with the top level of the government here. And the goal is we're going to move from one country to the other in Africa. And we're going to work with the top level of each country in West Africa. We're already talking with some countries like Namibia, like Ethiopia, like somebody was calling me from Botswana, So it is a Pan-African movement. By the time we are done, Africa is going to be able to feed itself. We're going to be getting a lot of young leaders out of Africa. Why do you think we have a lot of old leaders in Africa? Because these old leaders, it was the British who gave them the opportunity to be leaders. They were young people there in their 20s, and when the British sent them to school in their 30s. When they had the opportunity, later they closed the door for younger Africans to get the same opportunity. That's why if you go all over Africa, you only hear the same name. Yeah. Their name. Go to Kenya, you will hear about, the former son of the former president. Mm-hmm. Go to Zambia, the same thing. Go to the other one, the same thing. The only way to change that is to develop economic power through, a black movement, through, having people utilize their strength, both financially, mentally, and physically, to create economic giant. Because some people, they said it's not too young to vote. Oh, they were happy we passed the not too young to vote law. But then suddenly somebody says, hey, you're going to pay 45,000 naira, 45 million naira to get a voting, a nomination form. Okay, you are not too young to vote, eh? See, that is always the trick. The people who put that law in place, not too young to vote, they know what they were going to do. That when the time comes, they will raise the bar. So they raise the bar. You are still too young to find the money to contest. So the black young men and women must take back control of Africa. And it's not going to be by talk. So we got to stop talking and get to work. That's the title of this video. Let's get to work. And we're starting in Liberia. So we have great plans here. So now we're going to be telling you about some of the plans we have. So maybe if you'd like to say something. So what are the plans we're going to do? We went yesterday to Mutu. What is Mutu?
Tumutu, yes.
Tumutu. It's a place called Timutu. It's not Timbuktu, but it's Timutu.
It's Tumutu. It's a school that is supposed to agricultural school. It's an agricultural school, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you get there, you will cry because there's nothing happening there. No. I did a small video. Maybe I'll share it eventually about the school. The farming they are doing there is basically dead, But they are, they are interested or they are so happy to have us, Agric Power, to come and develop farming in the school. So so that's Tumutu, whatever it's called. So yes, and there's a great river around the area, massive landscape. So we did that. They are waiting for us to come and start almost immediately. And we went to, what's the other one? Where else did we go
Bong
to?
County, the Bong Technical College?
Yeah,
BTC.
BTC, yeah. We went to Bong. That's where we had the meetings with the farmers.
Yeah.
And from all over, they came from different counties, from Liberia here. And everyone is just gearing up for, us coming to start this work. And that's why we're saying, we want to get to work. No more talking. We're just talking now because we need to be sharing what we're doing. We need to be informing you of our success stories, of what will happen and what will continue to happen, so that because everybody cannot come to Liberia, so the only way you will know what will be happening here is for us to sit together and share this vision and this mission of transformation for Africa through agriculture, through Agric Power. So, and then where else did we go again? We've gone so many places.
Bong Mines.
Bong Mines, yeah.
Bong Mines.
And it just, rain just came from nowhere. But we were able to collect some soil, for soil sample, for soil testing, so that we know exactly the kind of equipment we're going to use in farming the land. We are just hitting the ground running. We're not wasting time. And in no time, because if you come here, if you go to the market, you will cry. You will actually cry. Because there's nothing in the market. Well, it's a small market, but even the things we found, the vegetables we found, that was just so unhealthy. It wasn't good at all. And people are hungry, so we need to get to work. So what else? Where did we go again? We've been everywhere. Then today in the office, we've had meetings from the youth minister,
Deputy Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture.
Because they are managing youth, so they want us to collaborate with them so that we can they can bring in more youths to join in agricultural projects. And there was another group that came.
IITA. The Liberian representative for IITA.
IITA, yeah.
And then the president, the director of Tumutu College.
College, yeah. So it is a continuous discussion going on, because everyone is ready to work with us, and that is why we are just trying to put together strategies, plans on how we can kickstart the project immediately. So it's a movement. It's a movement that no one can stop. So that's why we are, Dr. Aroms is saying here that we are creating a trusting environment for everyone to come and be part of this project. Come and be part of this project so we can change Africa, so we can make Africa great. Africa needs to rise, and the only way we can achieve this progress is for all of us to come together and begin to work together. And put your money where your mouth is. We can all complain from thy kingdom come. I've left UK. I'm in Liberia. Mosquitoes will bite me. Sun, whatever, will hit me. But I really don't care about that anymore. So if I can do it, you can do it. Everyone else can do it. So, but I know that all of us are not just going to pack our bag and go to another country. But you can participate. You can do a lot wherever you are by even saying, writing. Trying to speak to other Africans wherever they are, to say, look, we need the support. We need to love one another. I just believe that the first and foremost is for us to begin to love us. And that because the division in our place is just too much. The tribal divisions, the even families, especially. I don't want to go into church matters because if I go into that, it gets me very angry. So I'm going to leave them, but they are the one causing a lot of damages going on in Africa. So anyway, so we're here now and we want to start working and we want you to join us. We want you to come and become part of this project. Invest in Agric Power. Is a trusted organization. You will see it. We're already, I'm going to use that, my special word. We're already transmitting here. So if we're transmitting here, so you know we cannot hide. We cannot hide. You can fish out this video in 10, 15 years' time and said, you said A, B, C, D. So our investment program is registered in the United Kingdom so that you can have confidence that your money will be put to work and then you can get a return on your investment. So we are asking everyone, and Africans especially, because the Western world is going to take over this project. They're going to invest their money and all the profit will go back to them. So, but if we invest by ourselves in this project, then the money will remain in Africa. That is what the Israelis do. That is what the Western world do too. They come and take from you. And okay, imagine the foolishness, the highest foolishness of Africans. We will have money, steal money, those ones who are privileged to be in the government, they take the money, then they take it to the Western world. Put it in their banks, hide it all over Western world and America, buy houses and building their economy. Then they use the same money to give us loans, to give us credit cards. Then they tie you down forever. Yeah. So it just doesn't make sense, guys. Africans need to stop this madness. We have common sense. It's just, I just could not understand why we have let ourselves down this long. But it's never too late. It's never too late. We can do it together. We're here in Liberia. We are going to start this work. Come join us in every which way you can. Support the project. Promote it because it's for Africa. We need to feed ourselves. We should not be dying of hunger. Nigeria is the poorest country in the world with the richest resources in the world. Hello? Does it make sense, anyone? So please, let's join hands. Let's love Africa and let's get to work. What else?
Well, you've done a very great job on this. So, guys, so that's it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be transmitting to you from Liberia.
My favorite word, transmission, confusion sometimes.
Yes. We're going to transmit it to you according to the IG.
Yes,
and we try to be funny sometimes, not all about seriousness. Yeah. But we're going to be, we're going to be showing you what we are doing here, because it's just a galore of activities. With all the preparation, all the activities in the farm, all the trainings we are providing, everything is documented. So you're going to be having it. We're going to be bringing out, agribusiness training. So that is going to be, for those who are interested in agribusiness, I'm going to be offering a program on agribusiness training that is going to be paid for system online that people can follow. I'm going to be doing a financial training program that people can follow. So there's just going to be a lot of things that will help Africans to liberate themselves. You got to liberate yourself from poverty. You got to liberate yourself from poverty. Even the Africans in the diasporas are still poor. Sure. A lot of Africans in the diaspora are in exile, self-imposed exile, and that's poverty. People they live a little bit comfortable life in the diaspora, and then they're afraid to come home. But once in a year they come home, and then they run away after 3 months. That's poverty. After 3 weeks, I said 3 months, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And they run back. And then I have people of my age now. They are saying, "Yeah, very soon I'll go back home to retire." Yeah. Oh yeah.
To what? to the house.
Yes.
Okay, you built the house.
Yes, and then you know.
So what?
So no, it is. We got to get to work, and so that's our motto. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And yeah. So we will be doing it serious, and you will have all these videos. We'll have all these audio materials. We'll have very soon when our crops are big, because we're going to have very large farms, multiple large farms, that large that we cannot walk around it. So we're going to have drones that fly over them, make videos, and report them back to everybody, you know. And one of the things I want to show you, why we are showing you this thing, is because we want to show you that it is possible. We want to show you the possibilities that black people are not cursed.
Yeah.
Black people can do great things, but a lot of young people today, a lot of people, black people, have not seen black people who are doing great things. The only black people who have money they know are thieves. You are black people who stole the money from the government, black people who stole the money from other people. That is the only role model they see. Black politicians who are rogues. But what they don't see are black men and women who work hard for their money through some ingenuity and mental strengths, and are able to develop and grow wealth. And also, you know, black men and women who can mentor other people and say, look, I have gone through this, and I understand how it feels to be in your position, and I know what you need to do to go from where you are now to where you want to be. Those type of black men and women are what we are lacking today in the black community in Africa, and that's why Africa is not moving forward. And that is what we are creating with Agric Power. So we have a lot of people. As we move on, you'll be seeing a lot of different people who are coming to talk to you on this channel, on the Agric Power channel, who can talk the same way I'm talking, because they have gone through the same educational program that I'm providing. And with time, it's not just going to be me, it's going to be a multitude of people who are focused because they are engineered to think that way. And that will show, that will serve as what I call, always a word for it again, great example, role model to other African young men and women to wake up, and take action. Because most Africans are unconscious. They're just
lifeless. According to Donald Trump.
Yes, unconscious, you know, very close to coma.
Yeah.
You know, when you are unconscious, you can sometimes hear what is going on around you. You can even see what is going on around you, but you cannot react. They don't have the ability to react to anything. They're being unconscious. And that is what Africans are doing today. Because a lot of Africans, when I say they don't have the ability, they just cannot react. They don't have the mental capacity to react. They don't have the physical capacity to react. And they don't have the financial capacity to react to anything. So they just accept everything that goes on. Because the political situation in Africa today, if it was in Europe, they should have long thrown all these people out of their countries. Yeah. Absolutely. But because they have capacity. In Africa, people just lack the capacity to react, you know. So, guys, that's it for today. You know, we'll be coming back other time. I don't know exactly when we'll be coming back. I hope one day I can give you a structure when we will be coming back, maybe, you know, 3 times a week, so that everybody can have it in the agenda. But unfortunately today I cannot do that because my appointment is just fluid. I have so much work to do. We all here have so much work to do. When we come back to where our resident, we are so tired that, you know, so we just struggle to do 1 or 2 things and go to bed. The next day we move on again. But it's all great work. When we can give you the timetable on when we're going to be appearing, then we'll be able to do that. But sometimes it has to be sporadic, because when we are in a farm somewhere and we have great things to show you, we'll just flip the video on and we're going to show you that as well. So thank you very much, guys, for listening. I hope you enjoy the vibes, and yeah, see you very soon.
Okay. Well, like Emperor, I hope you've not forgotten this name, Emperor Haha. You know, our boss, our chairman, and we are just very happy to be involved in this project. And so please join us and see you some other time. Bye.
Bye.